Before the pandemic, before the plastic range, I conversion built my own Sister of Battle Army, and with it being the birthday of a content creator who repopularized army blog videos, I figured let's take a look at my conversion built Sister of Battle Army. So if you're watching this, happy birthday, Trent, and to everyone else, I hope you guys are having a good festive season. So, for my Sisters of Battle, one of the earliest units I set up was a Seraphim squad converted from the Dark Eldar Scourges. Now, without much in the way of plastic parts at the time, I had to look elsewhere for heads, like Victoria Miniatures, whose heads are absurdly expensive and who they don't have many per box for normal human heads. Now, I don't know if that's changed since things have gone to 3D. Things might be a bit cheaper. Initially, the version of the Sister of Battle Army that I set up back in 2016 looked kind of like this model. So, not that great. But then in 2019, not 2019, I think it was 2017 or 18, I started work on these. Now, I built up this squad first, and I've since started to swap in official plastic heads. But I made heavy use of Oyumaru molds to make the bolters, the heads, which isn't going to be that one, but like to make the heads and to make the backpacks. Because at the time, we didn't have any plastic ones. The only plastic model we had at the time was Celestine, and yeah, Celestine left a lot to be desired. Don't get me wrong, I love the model, but we wanted a whole range, and we were expecting a whole range because of fucking wheelie bin stunt that Warhammer TV did. Now, the only metal sister amongst this lot is this one, whose backpack did contribute to molds. But yeah, we've got a Battle Sister squad. We had more than one, but I've kind of recontextualized them back into a single squad. We've got the Dominion squad with Flamer. We've got a Dominion squad with Stormbolter. 2 Dominion squads with Melter Guns. A Heavy Flamer Retributor squad. Another mostly Heavy Flamer Retributor squad, although their weapons were more allocated towards other units. A Spare Sister Superior. A Priest with a Plasma Gun. Couple of Imagifiers. Heavy Bolter squad using the old resin heavy bolters from the old resin Sternguard upgrade kit. A Seraphim squad, which were the last addition to this collection that I started work on back in December of 2019, when we got news of, bit after the Codex had dropped as part of the army box, before we knew what Seraphim looked like. So I gave the model a Seraphim pennant as a little arm shield, which I'll pick up. So you've got a little bracer shield on the side of the back of the bolter there. We've got a sheathed power sword, and we've got a brazier on the back. Now, the main non-GW heads I've used here are Victoria Miniatures and Wargames exclusive, which especially you can see on them. I set up a second Seraphim squad a bit later on, and in December I made the podium. December of 2019, I made the podium to count as a ministorum version of Junith Iridia, because we saw what she looked like through the announcements, and I'm like, that looks like it's going to be just a generic Canoness on flaming podium. Oh no, I was wrong. It's a bloody named character, so you can only take one of it. Give us cool units, GW. I would buy more than one Junith if it was a generic Canoness on flaming lectern. But yeah, we've got that slightly converted Thaddeus the Purifier there. I'm going to modify him further when I come back to actually work on this thing properly. The podium is suspended on its own purity seal, which is wire wrapped in epoxy putty. But yeah, my favourite kind of units out of this is the Dominion squad, the Heavy Bolter squad, and the Dominion squad. Now I'm sad we can't take Stormbolters on Sister Superiors anymore because that was really cool. And Stormbolters aren't actually that powerful. It's just that GW didn't want to include 5 of them in the kit, I reckon. So they're like, let's just get rid of that in the rules. And it's like, damn it, guys. We were doing cool things. Also got a priest here that I converted up from a cultist and gave him a Monster Hunter style chainsword, i.e. giant eviscerator. Totally useless in combat. I've used him against a knight before and yeah, he got stepped on. That didn't go very well. We've got a plasma priest who's earned his points back a bit. He added a bit of weight of fire to a Arco Flagrant squad before the Arcos charged in. But the Arcos aren't here because they're going to get worked on as part of a Reign of Blood themed army, which I will talk about next year when I've got more parts for them. But we've got a conversion that's forming the basis for a proxy of Gottfried de Montbard. Now, the model still hasn't got a shield because I haven't worked out what I'm doing for the shields for my Crusaders because I want to do something that looks really cool. I like Tabletop Time's idea, but I don't have a 3D printer and I'm not really up for 3D printing the parts, and I don't even know if they released their shields. But I'm going to have to make some shields this weekend anyway. So, yeah, anyway, here's my Sister of Battle army, minus its tanks and most of the ministorum stuff, which was the bulk of the army, I think.
So, I managed to find the Canoness on Lectern, and yeah, you can see where it's at now. There's still a lot of sculpting work and milliput casting, or casting using milliput as a medium and Oyamaru as a mould. But here's how things are going. There's also going to need to be a whole lot of sculpting of banners on there. But yeah, I started the build of this part at the same time, but then proceeded during 2020 to get the parts to work on the Canoness herself. Or matron, as I consider this one. I consider this character to be a matron of my order. So, yeah. Back to the video.
Nearer the end. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will be back with more. I just figured I'd do a little conversion built army video just to get something fun in towards the end of the year. Anyway, thanks for watching.